Hi, this is Olivier. Okay, with all this doom and gloom. Now, as you saw in the previous video slide, the virus completely died out after a little rebound. Okay, now let's look at Italy. Now, okay, Italy, we started having death in February. The top, this is a very clear bell curve. Okay, this is one of my favorite patterns in mathematics. Most of my products are based on that. You can find my products and my copy trades, and I'll do it for you. But to me, it's a natural law. Everything, a bell curve, you can look it up. It looks like a bell. It's got two sides, and what I try and do with optimization AI is enter these points here and or exit these points at the bell curve, okay, these exceptions. And this has to be optimized constantly, and we have to do some sort of AI learning. So when we make a wrong course, we correct that and we don't do it the next time. But the point is, here, this is what mathematics is showing you. Look, this is a definite bell curve. It went to the top in 33 days and came back down, which is pretty much in line with what we've seen on the Spanish flu, okay? So this is an interesting thing.
Once it started to begin.
Now let's go to something more serious. This is all death cases right now, all cases in the world. And you can't see the top here, but this is about 23 days, okay? Talking about 23 days here. So we've got a bell shape again forming. Look at that. All cases in the world right now, a bell shape. Well, maybe it went here because you get these spikes, a bit of noise as we call it. But we got a bell-shaped distribution, and estimates could be that things may get a little bit back to normal on the 5th of May. Isn't that interesting? But I have more. Now, the biggest economy and the most important economy in the world is the United States with 350 million people. Look here again. We've been having this. We're getting a bell curve. As I say, the bell curve is probably my favorite mathematical pattern. It works nearly every time. It's a reversal to the mean. It's the basis of my BBSO Tachyon NT5 product that uses AI and self-optimization at the same time every hour to fix this bell curve on relative time frames, okay? But here we're using it on something extremely important. And you can see, I mean, this is not a perfect pattern because you get spikes, noise, but the estimates is looking at May 11th. Now, this is a really interesting thing. First of all, 11 is my lucky number. I was born on 9/11, by the way. Okay. And yeah, I kind of ruined my birthday last few years. But May 11th is actually the time that the French government has decided to reopen the economy. In steps, of course. Not everything's going to reopen, and in the details, the restaurant's going to have 10 tables, all that kind of stuff. But we're going to be out of confinement on the 11th of May, and I don't think they're going to change that. Now, how did they get that? Well, that's funny that this figure here comes up, okay? 11th of May, so the French government has some mathematicians working there. This is no accident. And this is to reiterate 31 days. That's about 7 weeks, okay? Again, 7 weeks, like the Spanish flu, 7 weeks.
May 11th, we're back to a semi-normal world.
So you can see here with all sorts of normalized curves and all sorts of averaging, which, okay, may or may not be right. But what's important is the move that you can see afterwards, okay? This is big drops and huge moves in this kind of situation. So, you know, I mean, you can say anything you want about me, but there are historic occasions when there is blood on the street, and don't send me hate mail saying you said there was blood in the street, people are dying, blah, blah, blah. It's an old English expression, okay? So if you look at Warren Buffett or people like that that I really admire, this is what they've been doing. When there was the '08 crash, Warren Buffett took out a two pages in the Wall Street Journal saying this is a historic moment. The Dow Jones was at 5,000. He was buying loads of Goldman Sachs and things like that. He said America is not going to collapse, and he was right. He had a bull market since. And then last year, he was criticized for having $170 billion in cash. And they said, why aren't you using your cash? He said, I don't have anything to buy right now. The market was at the top. So you have to admire these people. And these people buy when everybody else is, crying, Nostradamus, end of the world, and all that. It's very difficult to do when people are suffering and dying and all the repercussions and things like that. And people getting laid off. We're going to have a huge recession. I just heard 70,000 pilots may be fired. I mean, pilots, they're very educated people, and they've worked hard and they were getting good salaries. Imagine for the rest of the world what's going to happen everywhere. Every part of the economy is going to be hit. So, if I can help people with my signal, which the link below, make $30, $40, whatever a day or a week or more, because I don't want to go get out of line or guarantee things because I'm not allowed to. You never know. Past performance is not a guarantee of future performance, but the idea is I've got to leave a legacy. I wasn't a doctor. I wasn't, I'm not helping people. I have two left hands, as I say. I can't go out and save people's lives. What have I done? I sat in a screen in banks for, 15 years, and, I had to deal with all the stress of going up the corporate ladder and all that kind of stuff, and getting a divorce because of it, and I decided to go and trade on my own. I've been trading on my own for 10 years, and it's been very difficult at times because people don't understand what you're doing. It's been okay for me because I'm doing what I want. But a lot of people around you say, why don't you have a normal job and things like that? But what I can leave as a legacy is a signal, and try and point out points where you should be coming in. Now, I sound like, I am begging you. You got to come in when things are really bad. Don't come in at the top like everybody else does, okay? Just don't. And I have two products that can help you do that. Now, on a short-term basis, like I said last week, if you've been following me, and I put a beautiful black swan up yesterday, and it was correct on the euro, saying the euro was going to go up. But, this was on 15-minute charts. But it's probably a prediction of the future. It was a bullish black swan, which is the opposite. Usually when you see a black swan, it's like, oh my God. But this is a bullish black swan, an inverse black swan, and it's been working. This is like about a week. So the smart money is coming in. The smart money is coming in. Somebody knows something. There might be cures. There are vaccines out there. A lot of things are happening. We're using AI. This is going to be solved. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate mail and all that kind of stuff. It's just hard to get up every day, and you do mentally go a little bit wild if you're sitting at home. I thought I was used to it, but because I trade by myself, and usually when you're a trader, you end up a lone wolf. But it's difficult to say, well, I can't go down the street and have a coffee and things like that, and your mind starts wondering if you start thinking back what you've been doing in your life and all that. Anyway, what I want to leave, my legacy, is to leave this signal, okay, lava flow signal, and hopefully leave it on for years until I'm not around, and then people can just go on Facebook and say, well, this guy was right, and, he's a good guy, even though he doesn't have a great following, because I've been working mainly with institutions, but now I want to make some sort of reparation, and if I can help people, as I said, make a little bit of money, I will. I'll do my best, okay? And this is the last time I'm talking to you about this pandemic. I've had 2 or 3 videos saying get in, get in, get in, get in. So if you don't now, well, it's up to you. Don't. Uh, Everybody has $100. You don't need a lot. You got 500 to 1 leverage. You can try it, okay? And I have 2 simple products. Copy trade. You don't have to do anything. You just copies my trades automatically. It's not expensive, and I have a much more expensive robot that I'm selling, and I have a deal at the moment, which I'm not going to put here because I don't know how long I'm going to use it. Keep this deal up. Okay, cheerio, and no, it's not Nostradamus. No, it's not the end of the world. Things will get back middle of May, but we're going to have a mega recession. And you're going to have to figure out ways to make extra income. And trading, you can do from home. All you need is an internet connection. You can open accounts at MT4, MT5. Any broker does it, has it. It's the biggest platform in the world. I'm on there. I'm a certified seller. I've been on there for 5 years. I have 30 years experience in various banks. I worked my butt off. I'm not a self-made guru. I just didn't discover all of a sudden how to trade coming from some foreign country. I've been working my butt off 7 years at university to do this. Okay, so follow me if you want. I can help you, and it helps me feel better. I can make money for people. I'm probably the only guy you can reach on WhatsApp and talk to because I don't like texting too much. So you can actually talk to me, and I'm French. This is not my native tongue. So I think I do pretty well. Bye bye.